Organizations must understand industry attractiveness before developing competitive strategies and making long-term investments. Industry attractiveness evaluates the potential for sustainable profitability and growth within a market. Factors influencing attractiveness include market size, growth rate, barriers to entry, supplier and customer bargaining power, availability of substitutes, competitive intensity, technological change, regulatory requirements, and economic stability. Highly attractive industries offer strong growth opportunities and favorable profit potential, while less attractive industries may face saturation, intense competition, or declining demand. Managers use industry attractiveness assessments to determine whether to enter, remain in, expand within, or exit a market. This analysis forms a critical foundation for strategic planning and resource allocation decisions. Effective environmental analysis requires gathering comprehensive internal information to assess organizational strengths, weaknesses, capabilities, and readiness for future opportunities. Key internal information includes financial performance, operational efficiency, production capacity, workforce capabilities, technology resources, product portfolios, innovation capabilities, customer satisfaction levels, supply chain performance, and organizational culture. Managers also examine current processes, asset utilization, cost structures, and competitive advantages. This information helps determine whether existing capabilities support strategic objectives or require enhancement. Internal analysis complements external environmental assessment by providing a realistic understanding of organizational readiness. Together, internal and external evaluations create a balanced perspective that supports informed strategic decision-making and sustainable organizational growth. Industry competitive analysis helps organizations understand market dynamics, competitor behavior, and potential strategic opportunities. Common analytical techniques include Porter's 5 forces, competitor profiling, benchmarking, market segmentation analysis, and environmental scanning. Porter's framework examines rivalry among competitors, threats from new entrants, substitute products, supplier power, and buyer power. These forces collectively determine industry profitability and competitive intensity. Competitive analysis enables organizations to identify opportunities for differentiation, cost leadership, innovation, and market positioning. Benchmarking compares organizational performance against industry leaders to identify improvement opportunities. By understanding competitive conditions, organizations can anticipate market shifts, respond proactively to threats, and develop strategies that strengthen their market position and long-term success. Value chain analysis identifies activities that contribute to creating customer value and competitive advantage. The value chain consists of primary activities, such as inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing, sales, and service, supported by infrastructure, human resources, technology development, and procurement. Each activity contributes differently to customer satisfaction and organizational profitability. By analyzing how value is created throughout the chain, organizations can identify inefficiencies, eliminate non-value-added activities, and strengthen areas that enhance customer experience. Value chain analysis also highlights opportunities for collaboration with suppliers and customers. The objective is to maximize value delivered while minimizing total costs, thereby improving both customer satisfaction and organizational performance. Strategic scope decisions determine how broadly an organization participates in markets, products, and supply chain activities. Growth strategies include integration, diversification, and globalization. Integration expands organizational involvement within the value chain, while diversification expands into new products or markets. Globalization extends business operations across international boundaries. Organizations pursue these strategies to increase revenue, improve market position, access new resources, reduce dependence on existing markets, and create competitive advantages. Strategic scope decisions require careful evaluation because they significantly affect resource allocation, operational complexity, risk exposure, and long-term organizational direction. Successful implementation depends on aligning growth initiatives with organizational capabilities, market opportunities, and strategic objectives. Diversification allows organizations to reduce dependence on a single product, market, or industry by expanding into additional business areas. Companies often pursue diversification when existing markets become saturated, growth opportunities decline, technologies evolve, or competitive pressures increase. Related diversification involves entering businesses that share technologies, markets, capabilities, or supply chains with existing operations. Unrelated diversification involves entering entirely different industries with limited operational connections. Evaluation tools, such as portfolio analysis, market attractiveness assessments, and capability evaluations, help determine diversification suitability. While diversification can spread risk and create growth opportunities, it also introduces challenges including unfamiliar industries, integration difficulties, resource demands, cultural conflicts, and potentially unrealistic growth expectations. Globalization strategies enable organizations to access new customers, lower costs, diversify markets, and leverage global resources. Companies pursue globalization to achieve economies of scale, access specialized skills, secure raw materials, enter emerging markets, and strengthen competitive positions. 3 common international approaches exist. A multi-domestic strategy emphasizes local responsiveness, allowing products and operations to adapt to regional preferences. A global strategy focuses on standardization, efficiency, and consistency across markets. A transnational strategy combines global integration with local responsiveness, balancing efficiency and adaptability. Each approach involves trade-offs among cost, flexibility, innovation, and market responsiveness. Organizations select strategies based on industry conditions, customer requirements, and competitive objectives. Horizontal and vertical integration represent important strategic growth options. Horizontal integration occurs when organizations expand within the same stage of the value chain through acquisitions, partnerships, outsourcing, or internal development. This strategy increases market share, geographic reach, and product offerings. Vertical integration expands organizational control over upstream suppliers or downstream distribution channels. Backward integration moves towards suppliers, while forward integration moves closer to customers. Organizations can also enact international strategies through exporting, licensing, franchising, strategic alliances, joint ventures, acquisitions, and wholly owned subsidiaries. Across all strategies, organizations must balance 5 competitive priorities: cost, quality, flexibility, speed, and dependability, which guide operational decisions and help create sustainable competitive advantages in dynamic global markets.